Um, so while I was reading Type Rising, Chapter 8, I did some bullets and jots of just things that, happen in the chapter. And sometimes I realize that the first time I jot some things down, I kind of sometimes jot too many things. So I'm just going to kind of show you what I jotted down the first time. And then when I looked it over, I kind of thought, what's really important from here? And I was able to we're going to cross some of those things I put out. So here we go. The first thing I thought was kind of important was this bullet that said, the dad read the principal letter and is going to get a doctor note. Then I wrote that the dad stopped rubbing his eyes. Then I wrote that the dad is going to let Rob stay home a little. Then I wrote that he tells Rob to fight the bullies. He tells Rob he needs him to help work at the motel. Then Rob asks if Beauchamp is rich. The dad cooks some mac and cheese. Rob started carving the tiger out of wood, but it turned out as Sistine. Rob fell asleep after carving the tiger. And then I put Rob dreamed about Sistine riding the tiger through the woods. So I did jot all those things down just because, sometimes when I'm reading, I just jot little notes and bullets. But now, if I'm asked to write a summary about this, I would look at all of these things and I would think, what's really important here? And what can I maybe cross off? So when I read the first one, Dad read the principal's letter and is going to get a note. I thought, you know what, that is kind of important because the letter is why Rob can't go to school. Um, uh, Now I know that how he's going to get to go back because he's going to get a doctor's note. So those are kind of important events. And the dad is an important character also. Then I read that the dad stopped rubbing his eyes. And I was kind of like, I don't know. That doesn't really affect anything. So I crossed that out because that's not going to really change anything in the story. Then I wrote, the dad will let Rob stay home a little. I thought that is kind of important because it's going to showing what Rob is going to be doing now that he can't go to school, and that the dad is okay with him staying home a little. So I left that. And then I went to, he tells Rob to fight the bullies. Now I definitely left that because that seemed kind of important because it's not what you would expect to happen. A dad telling you to fight a bully is kind of not what you would think. So I'm like, that must be kind of important. Um, then he tells Rob he needs to help work at the motel. Also, I thought to myself, well, that's also going to tell me what Rob's going to be doing now that he's not in school, so that's kind of important. Rob asks if Beauchamp is rich. I really didn't know why he asked that. I think he did explain he wanted to know about the tiger and stuff, but then I thought, that's not really going to, him just asking that question doesn't really seem like it's going to do anything. The dad's just either going to say yes or no, and it's not an important question. So I kind of thought, I don't think I would need that in a summary. And then I got to the dad cooked mac and cheese. Well, you might like mac and cheese and all that, but that's not really going to affect anything. So I'm like, not necessary. Rob started carving the tiger out of wood, but it turned out as Sistine. I thought that was pretty important because the tiger, carving the tiger shows that he's thinking about that tiger still. That the wood stuff that reminds him of his mom, so I thought that's important. and then that it turned out to be Sistine, that was really important because she's like another character that's important. So I kept that because I thought that is important. Um, Rob fell asleep after carving the tiger. All right. Mm, not really necessary to know that he fell asleep. But what is necessary is the dream he had about Sistine riding the tiger through the woods. Kind of a weird dream. Um, Makes me think it has to mean something, so I kept that. So that's kind of what, on your quiz that you took this morning, you should have kept things that you see not crossed off. And if you did, you were able to kind of identify what was most important in the lesson of the chapter. And if you were to write a summary, you can use these bullets to kind of retell and write your summary.